Welcome to the Thin Blue Line Outdoors Podcast.
This pig came battling.
Just ended up puking last night. It sucked.
Whoa! Ah! We gut it, we wrap it in tinfoil, throw it over the fire.
Alrighty, everyone. This is podcast 116 of the Thin Blue Line Outdoors. You guys hopefully have been watching a couple of podcasts. You should have already watched if you or listened to Kyle and I's podcast coming back from the caribou hunt. And then there's another podcast you guys should check out. Just came out on the 23rd with Rich Hunters. I was on it, and we talk about the caribou hunt as well. And we also talk about a competition we're going to be doing with the firefighters. We'll get into that here in a little bit, but definitely check that out as well. But I got, some of the OGs of the team on the podcast here. We're just missing Nate, but we don't care about him. He's the good salesman.
The last time I did a podcast with Nate? When was the last time I did one with him? Was it last week?
The last time I saw Nate was at the show.
So who doesn't he like? Which one of you three? I mean, I think he likes Kyle because he sees him. So is it Jesse or Ryan that he doesn't like?
I think he's still heartbroken I moved away.
He broke his heart. That might be it.
It's all right, Nate. I'll come visit.
But anyway, other than Nate, we got the original OGs on the podcast. And essentially, we're talking about kind of what we have planned this deer season. We all four, I should say, all have different goals in mind. Real quick before we start, and then I'll let Jesse lead off with Wisconsin. The vlogs are going to be coming out every Friday of deer season. If we get enough deer kills, I might do 2 a week. I know last year it worked out pretty well just to make the episodes a little longer and more intel. I think every episode, maybe one, we had a deer kill in it. So we're pretty excited. I will tell you this, I already have a kill for the first vlog of the year. We had a friend of the brand, not a team member, maybe one day. Actually, Kyle went to police academy with him. Corey had some success in Wisconsin already with a doe. And so I already have one Wisconsin deer down for a vlog, Jesse. So you got to keep that train going.
No pressure.
Yeah, but and then I think we're going to have some video coming from Colton. My brother has already been deer hunting in Nebraska. He didn't get one, but he had a buddy kill one, and he's got some footage of the recovery and all that stuff. So we'll have that for the first vlog. Deer season opens up on a Wednesday here in Illinois. I know I plan on going out opening day. I know opening evening for sure, maybe even in the morning. Hopefully we have some luck. I know multiple team members, I think, expect to be out the first. So can't wait. But yeah, every Friday for the vlogs, probably around 4 or 5 o'clock. I haven't decided which time. Usually it's around 5 last year is when we did it. But anyway, Jesse, take it away. What's your deer season plans in Wisconsin this year?
Well, I got to get out, first of all. This has been the first year pretty much since I've started hunting with the bow. I have not been out opening day. This year, it crept up on me. I think I'm starting to get to that stage in my life where, all my boys are in some activity, some sport. I'm coaching most of them at that point in time. And I just didn't get out in time. I didn't get my stand moved in time. All that camera's out. Heck, I just got my broadheads in today, which I'm super excited about. The XP2s because of the new retention lock system they have on. I don't have to mull around with those collars anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah, 6 of those in. I picked up some new arrows because I lost a few of them at the HSA bow shoot, which was fine. It was a really fun time. Got new lighted nocks for those. That way I can't, stop losing my arrows, hopefully. So I think it was beginning of August. I took me and my 3 boys out, moved a stand, which that was a whole adventure. It's the first time I took my youngest out with me, and dude, as soon as I climbed the stand, he's just freaking out. He's crying. I'm like, what's the matter? Like, are you afraid Dad's going to fall? And honestly, I was a little afraid because I was unhooking it. He's wailing down there, and my oldest was being such a champ and trying to get him to calm down. Finally, they went back to the car. Turns out he's like, I don't want the deer to come eat me. I don't want the deer to come eat me. And I was like, well, first of all, you're making so much noise. There's not an animal within a mile of us right now. There's no way. Secondly, deer are more scared of you than you are of it, right? So it was that one was a really fun experience because that was the first time with the boys they've actually put up a stand, right?
Mm-hmm.
My oldest was a really big help, right? They all helped carry it at some point in time with me. I got up in the tree, and the disappointment was I wouldn't let my oldest climb it quite yet. He didn't have a harness, and I know my wife would have murdered me. So anyway.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do they do better than Ryan did when we were hanging stands up, a couple years ago?
The actual carrying?
10 times better. There you
go. No deaths were involved there.
That's good. That's good.
That was about it. Yeah.
They're young. They have way much more energy. It's okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't no double 2.5 XL either, I'm sure.
No.
98 degrees.
Yeah. Well, it was hot. I mean, it was in the 90s, but the tree I chose now was towards the end of last year. I went out towards the last week. We had snow on the ground, and there was prints coming out kind of behind their horse barn they had. And so I was like, I'm going to give that a go because where I had the stand initially, it just was unhuntable. All the overgrowth came back. Yeah, I had to trim a branch down, and that branch was right in the middle of your back, so you couldn't sit there long. And so this one's a lot more comfortable. I know there's deer sign there. And this is that little plot I got access to after the season started last year. So kind of learned more, move some things around. Got some cameras out. So it's been extremely hot up here too, like super warm. We had a really, really good cold front the week before season started. And then literally the next week it jumped like 15 degrees, right? And so I haven't seen a lot on the cameras, a few does every now and then. But so we got that done in August, and then I've just been busy with life in between there. I'd like to get out before October just to still say I went out before you guys. But we'll see when it happens. Maybe I could shoot for next Sunday. The boys and my wife have like a bowling event through the school or whatever. Hard part, that's midday, but I'll try to get out there in the morning or in the afternoon, see what I can see. So that'd be like my first bow. I got to get out there and shoot still too. That's all in and ready now. My goal for this year is actually just to get that monkey off my back finally of my first Wisconsin deer. It's been nuts. It's been nuts since I moved up here. So we had my first year up here. I had already bought Illinois tags. I was still a resident in Illinois when that whole process went down, right? So I didn't want those to go to waste. I did go down to Illinois, down in Mercer County, and hunt that, and had success for these short amount of time.
You had a great season. I
think I hunted a total of 3 or 4 days, and I got $2 off of that, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a very high efficient year for me. Mm-hmm. And then last year was my first time fully in Wisconsin. And let's see here. The first time we went out, I took the boys and we went on public land this was opening day. And I said, all right, guys, like last hour, we got to still be quiet. Everything's away. This is prime time. 20, 30 minutes later, my oldest says he's got to poop. And I'm like, are you sure? Or are you just kind of like, you're wanting to go home? Like, he said, oh, I got to go. So get out of the blind, start packing down. Lo and behold, here comes a doe working its way down the trail like I thought it would. Stops and sees us. So that was cool because that was their first interaction with the deer ever out in the wild. But we could have got a shot off. It was closer, right? A couple weeks after that, had the boys with me again on the private land I got access to. And I completely rushed a shot. Probably shouldn't have taken it because it was frontal to me. But I'm not going to let the boys get in my head a little bit saying this would be really cool to have this moment with them, right? Duffed the shot. I probably grazed its underbelly, and that's it. A month after that, this is where I got in my own head and got an eager beaver and had a doe broadside about 10 yards and shot it, hit it. Unfortunately, clipped my blind on the way out and single lunged it. I trailed it for all day and I gave it plenty of time to rest. Like at one point in time, I gave it 2 hours, 3 hours to rest. I still kicked it up and just never found it. It died, and I hate that, but never found it. So yeah, I'm still trying to get that monkey off my back. Would love to have it happen early in the season, Bo. If not, I am going up north with the family, up in the central Wisconsin area, Medford, for rifle season up here. We were fortunate enough to get public doe tags, which are a hot commodity up there. So we can hunt the, I think it's the Ashwaubenon National Forest up there, which is like thousands upon thousands of acres. They have a spot they call the honey hole, which even if you're listening to this and you know that forest, I have no clue where it's at. So I can't tell you. I just know they say you walk that way for a while and sit down. I'm like, okay, here we go. So it's definitely still been some learning years for me up here of I'm learning that new land I have access to, which is not huge at all. I mean, maybe 3 acres, maybe, right? And it's just borderline to woods that somebody else gets to hunt and own. So I'm still trying to learn that. Still trying to find some decent public spots up here that I can go to. That way I'm not putting so much pressure on that land. And still just trying to figure out the rifle spots too, where we get to go and where deer are coming from. It's, I mean, you guys you didn't see first couple of years Ryan and I hunted Mercer County. We weren't as successful as we were in the previous years. And it's just because you got to learn, you got to put the work in, you got to take the time, and it's what it's going to be. And so it's just unfortunate because last year I had 2 opportunities and I duffed it. Right. And so I'm going to do my best to make that not happen this year, but hopefully hopefully I can send you a picture next Sunday if I get out with a red arrow, that wreck broadhead just released and done. And then a deer to follow, because I've had a red arrow. I just need to find the deer now.
Nah, man, I got faith in you. I think you'll get that monkey off your back this year.
It's a very short, easy goal this year. I just need to shoot a deer in Wisconsin. I need to actually do it. And people always joke around with me as being a button buck hunter, which is perfectly fine. Whatever walks in front of me this year, if it's brown, I'm taking a shot. Like, as long as I feel like I can do it, I'm doing it, because I got to get somebody at my back. I have no venison left, and that is heartbreaking, right? And it just, I need that. Yeah. That's where I'm
understandable.
So
understandable, man.
Not as exciting as what we're going to be doing with bucks. I got this big guy over here. I got this over here. Yeah. No. First thing I see, I'm just, I'm going to try to smoke it.
Well, and I get caught up in it as well, man, doing the big buck stuff. And I know I'm very fortunate where I get to hunt, but that's what, and you guys have heard me say this. And like I said, I got to remind myself from time to time, dude, it's not, yes, I want to shoot big deer, but it's more about just having fun, being out in the woods, the adventure of it, hanging out with your boys. That's what it's all about. And I know, I haven't got to see your boys in a while, but I know just a few times they came out here and stuff. They get all excited about the outdoors, and that's worth it right there. Right?
The oldest 2, they love it, right? They keep asking me, like, can we go hunting and stuff like that. My youngest in the moment absolutely hated it. He hated it. It really wasn't a good day. Like, I sprayed him like 2 or 3 times with mosquitoes or the bug spray. And I didn't use the what's the one you gave us?
A new stuff.
I didn't use that one, right? I just used the one I had in my car, which is when they get in the store, dude. I'm telling you right now, I got a picture the day after that from my wife. A little disappointed because my youngest had bug bites all over his face. I was like, I sprayed him 2 or 3 times. I should have used the DPS and probably wouldn't have happened. But now, like, anytime I get a photo, like, they need to see it. They want to see it. They ask me every night before bed, any deer? When we wake up in the morning, any deer come at night? Did anything come at night? So they're starting to get hooked. And it would be really cool if I did get that monkey off my back with my 2 older boys. I don't think I'm going to take my youngest out this year. He's still pretty young.
How old is he again?
He's 4.
4?
He just turned 4 in May, though. Like, that's the difference between the older 2 and him. Like, I took Walter out, I think, when he might have been 4, but he was getting ready to turn 5, right? So that time does matter, and their ability to know what's going on, focus, and things like that. So be really cool if I got that monkey off my back with them, but if not, it doesn't matter. I'm going to let an arrow fly, and hopefully I get that opportunity this year.
More power.
Oh, you will. Yep, you will, man. You will. Well, anything else from Wisconsin, Jesse?
No, I know. Again, I would like to be able to go do more. Guys, at this point in time, I got to choose my weather right. I got to choose my time right because I'm going to have very limited opportunities, which is I don't know, like every hunter is going to go through this if they have kids at some point in time, right? You can hit it really, really hard. 3 kids, you love it. You're out all the time. And you have your kids and they're young and like you can still go out a decent amount because they're not involved in a bunch. And then you want them to be, you want them to be involved. You want them to do the things, but you got to support that, which means sacrificing your hobbies to go out and enjoy what they're doing with them.
This will be my last year for a while. I don't know how long. This will be my last year before deer season, I should say, where I'm not coaching anything. We already have a plan. I'm teaching the kids jiu-jitsu class starting next January. I know my daughter will be in it, so that's going to be twice a week. So there's 2 days. Up. So I know, and you're a couple years ahead of me kid wise. So I know it's coming.
Well, we have 2 nights of football right now. Games on Saturdays, the soccer night, a game for soccer. And then that's going to be probably until middle of October. Then you have basketball and wrestling that starts up, but it just is all around. Yeah. Now, I do plan on, again, using some of my time off to go out and go hunt. I just got to choose that time wisely, right? I'm not just going to take time off to go sit and have not the opportunity, right? The weather's got to be right. It's got to be the right time of year. So maybe end of October or, early November. Nice thing is we actually have Halloween off this year. Never once in my life have I been able to do a Halloween hunt, and that's on my list for this year is to get out and maybe take the boys out in the morning of Halloween before we go do those festivities.
I've had some good hunts on Halloween. I've came this close of shooting a buck on Halloween before, but never done it. So hopefully that'd be cool to get it done.
It'd be super cool, dude. Like just I'll go on my bloody camo for Halloween at that point in time. Go trick or treat. That'd be great. Successful deer hunter. I'm a successful deer hunter. That's what I am this year. Okay.
There you go.
Got it in the wagon as I'm pulling the kids.
Yeah. All right,
hey,
Kyle.
Jesse, for your rifle hunt, are you going? Because Wisconsin is what? It's a 10-day season. Right?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. It starts on a
Saturday,
going? And they go all the way through Thanksgiving.
I got you. I was just wondering how long you planning on going on that. And
I will do all day Saturday and Sunday, and then Monday morning. Yeah. So, because then you get into the Thanksgiving holiday. The group I go with, they like to have people kind of out by Wednesday for them to be able to get ready to celebrate the holidays. And then, again, that's just not a really good time for my job to take off because behaviors tend to rise as breaks get closer and closer. So taking that one day off works. 2 days in a row is a little pushing it. So now
there you go.
If I ever get to do a big hunting trip again, that will be no issue because at that point in time, I'm out. So
exactly.
Yeah.
No, understandable. All righty, Kyle. When it comes to deer hunting perspectives, at least in this group, I think when it comes to straight up whitetail, you might have the most exciting news. At least prospective deer to hunt.
Perspective.
So go ahead, Kyle.
I got a picture of a big one. I think in August. So deer that I've gotten pictures of, I think at least maybe 2 years in a row. So this will be the 3rd year I think I've gotten pictures of him. Was decently big last year, and I definitely, if I would have had the opportunity, I would have shot him last year. So it'll be my 3rd year hunting that farm. It'll be my 2nd year hunting my aunt's farm, and I think just my 3rd year at all bow hunting in general for whitetail. But no, got some good deer on camera. Got some excitement. So last year I was pretty fortunate. Killed a deer opening day, killed the doe, and then 3 days go by. My 2nd hunt killed another doe. So I stacked meat in the freezer pretty fast last year. So my goal last year was I was trying to chase that big deer, and I was trying to not pressure it until the rut. So I literally didn't hunt it until November. I don't know if that was a good choice or a bad choice. I mean, obviously it didn't work out, so maybe hindsight it was a bad choice. Maybe. But I wasn't getting a ton of pictures of him either. And the problem is I don't think he's living on my land that I'm hunting, but he visits it frequently, but I just can't seem to catch. Last year I couldn't catch when he was visiting it. But this year, because I have meat in the freezer, and I've killed, I think, 2 or 3 deer past few years. So I got meat in the freezer. I'm not hurting for minutes. Yeah. I got more meat coming from the caribou. And so I'm focused on buck hunting this year, which I really haven't done yet as archery. It's my third year archery hunting. So I'm excited to do that. I'm going to spend more time chasing after him. There's another decent one on the farm too, which depends on how I feel. If I'm in the stand and it walks by, see how I get.
You kill 2 a year, bud. $2 a year.
I know.
Yeah.
But he doesn't look that old, but he's about as wide as him. He doesn't have as many points. Yeah. But he's just as wide. And I got another picture of him like 2 days ago too. So that one's more frequent. So we'll see. I'm excited.
You were listing off, you got your aunt's place, you got another place. How many acres do you have access to hunt down there?
My mom and dad's place, they have 40 acres, and it's about, I would say, 10 acres of timber in that, and it's just a drainage in the middle of the property where there's some woods in the drainage of the fields, so I can hunt that. My grandma's that I hunt is 40 acres, and it's pretty much just almost all field. I think maybe has it's about 30 acres and then 10 acres of woods. And a lot of the problem with it is a lot of the woods is very steep hillside, and there's not a ton of bedding on that property. And then I got access to my aunt's, and I think it's 50 acres, and it's so I got quite a bit of acres to hunt, which
you're forgetting one too. You're forgetting a
property too. And I have the work property, the city.
Yeah, so you to the listeners and the watchers. So you probably, if you watched any of our vlogs, you've seen me out there before. It's pretty much public land because there's like it's over 300 acres. It's closer to 4. But there's certain spots we can't hunt. But there's like 20 plus guys who have access to this. So I kind of treat it like public land. There's some big deer out there. I'm not saying there isn't, but it gets heavily pressured. There are so many does though. I mean, it's just doe central, and I kill a doe every year. For 3 years in a row now, I've killed a doe or antlers buck during the late firearm season. So it's a really good spot to kill a doe. I've seen some nice ones. I'm not saying I haven't. But it's also where Nate got his first deer kill at. So if you want to go back and watch any of those vlogs, that's the property Kyle and I are talking about.
Yeah, so I don't plan on going to that one much unless we're going as a group or something like that, and then maybe I'll probably go late season. But like I said, I'm fortunate. I got 3 places, basically 3 main places that I'm going to bounce around to, and which is awesome. But it's also like me being a new bow hunter, only being in my 3rd year, it'll be my 4th year. It's kind of hard to like. The mental game of it is decide like where to go. You know, I know it's like, yeah, boohoo, you got 3 places to go, but you have to know, don't want to shoot yourself in the foot and be like, all right, I'm gonna go to my mom.
I want to have your problems, Kyle.
I know, like I said, I'm thankful to have it, but it's a definite challenge though. That you got to figure out as a hunter, and try to figure out when to go where and when not to pressure too much pressure one spot and not go to the other spot. So that's what this year and past 2 years I've had a lot of luck early season. So I don't know why. I don't know if it's just the way the deer move on my properties that I go to, but I'm going to focus on early season, try to hunt this buck, try to get him down, do whatever it takes. Today I just made a few. I already had one mock scrape out there. I went and made like a mock scrape line from one of my stands to another over about, I don't know, 10 acres or so. So I was trying to I don't know if that's going to work. I've never done it before, but I made like 6 mock scrapes spread out from one stand to another to see if I get on a field edge to see if I can get them traveling there more. So we'll see. But no, I'm excited. Ready for the season to start. We got about a week and a day.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm
You boys will
excited.
be getting out.
Yep, and I'm
Yep.
off. I'm off that day, so I'm going to be able to hunt morning and evening. So
Yep,
Do
I think
you-
I'm gonna go to that public property, Kyle, in the morning. I don't know what
Okay.
stand yet, but that's probably what I'm thinking.
Now I've heard people say they don't hunt. I think it's mornings, early season, right?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Can you rhyme a reason for that?
Because usually they're in the field before you can get to the stand, just because of how warm it is. And I agree, you probably shouldn't hunt mornings. Opening day is about the only day. Like, I just
you
want
got
to be
the
out
itch.
there.
You got to get out.
Yeah, which is also why I'm going to the public land spot that I'm talking about, because if I booger up some deer, I don't care. And I know if anybody who hunts that property with us reads this, like, you're the part of the problem. Yeah, I am.
Hi, my name's
again,
Cody.
just,
I'm the
just
proud.
one day.
yeah, I'm that guy. But again, I hunt it. I hunt that property when the weather isn't good usually. So I just want to be out. So if I booger it up, I don't care. And then I don't hunt it in November. That's when, man, those 20 some guys will all be there during November, and it's terrible.
Yeah.
I've done it like once or twice, and it's just not cool.
You got
And they're great guys. A lot of times they do the saddle, but we actually hung this year. This is the first year we've done it. So you're allowed one stand out there. That's all you're allowed. What we did is Kyle's got a stand, I got a stand, Nate's got a stand, and then 3 of the other coworkers have stands, and we all can hunt each other's stands. We agreed. So we have 6 stands we can hunt out there right now, which is nice. So I don't always have to bring in my saddle. So that's the first time we've ever had that. Actually, we've had Nate stand out there now for 2 years. This will be its 3rd year. And that's a good spot. You know, Nate killed one the first year out there, and he should have killed one last year. But he just forgot to stop the deer for whatever reason. So yeah, it'll be nice. But I'll probably be out there opening day, and then my kids have already asking when they can go deer hunting.
Yeah.
So that evening I will probably take River out just to the house, and I got a spot. If we see some deer, it'll be a win. And being that hot and stuff, it usually doesn't get good until a little cooler. But hopefully we see some deer, and that'll be worth it there. Well, Redcoat, what's going on with your deer season there, buddy? Oh, we lost you again.
Lost your mic again, buddy.
Oh no! Echo now.
Yeah, it's still turned up. By your name, it says it shut off. There you go. Now you're back on.
Had a couple of night trips down to the farm. Done about a 2.5, 3 hour hike up on Big Dick. It was a nightmare. It's overgrown, but once I got over there onto the other side, straight onto a trail. I only put 3 cameras out this year. And then straight off the bat on that trail up on Big Dick land. I mean, it
Can
runs.
you stop and explain Big Dick Land here for a minute? Because we all 3 know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But
I've explained this on last year's podcast.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah,
you did.
Twice before. So as a recap, we were hunting on one side of the fence, didn't know we could hunt on the other side. Always seen big deer over there, and last year I found out that it's his property too. So I had access to it the whole fucking time. In 10 years, I never once. So now we know.
We could have saved some button bucks' lives if we would have known.
Put 1 camera up on there, got a nice 8 points. When I say nice, probably about 2 years old or something like that. But again, it get flattened. I only put 3 cameras out this year, just focusing on a couple of spots, our usual spots. I put a new tree stand up last year where we put that clover. It's looking great, but the fact he's done no work on the farm whatsoever. So by our ashes tree stand, I've got 2 trees that have fell. 1 right in front of it, which I don't know how it didn't hit the stand. Remember that tripod, Jesse, right at the top of the hill? That we thought was flattened. That got nailed by a tree. Yeah, that got nailed by a tree. So check that out. The tree right in front of our ashes stand fell, missed the stand. I don't know how, but that's right in front. a tree to the left of our Ashes tree stand on that path that they travel up and down.
Yeah.
But they're still using it. I did put a camera there for old time's sake. We know the deer where they are. So I put a camera there, and I put a camera again in that new tree stand, that boom that me and you put up with the clover field. Put a camera right in front of that, and that's been getting hits from the corner. But again, we know this, you know what I mean? Well, the thing is, you know, deer are going to start changing patterns if you haven't already done so. I think it's actually a little bit later this year because I'm looking at the weather now. Even for the next 2 weeks, right into the first week, I think by the 7th or 8th of October, it's still going to be upper 70s, 78, 79. So I don't know whether that's going to affect the patterns. My game plan, right as of right now, I'm not going out first week. So I'm going to keep an eye on the weather. In my head, I am going to do 3-day weeks. So I'm going to hunt 3 days a week. Instead of doing the 2 days, you know, I usually do the 2 days and I've got to rush back for work. I'm going to do a 3. I'm going to switch shifts once a week so I can hunt a full 3 days on the farm every week. So I'm going to keep an eye on the weather. As soon as I see that weather change, which I think it's going to be the 2nd, 3rd week of October, then I'm going to do a 3-day hunt, 3rd week of October, 3-day hunt, hopefully towards the end when the rut starts into November. And then I'll do another 3-day hunt. And then we've got Montana, which will be leaving on the 12th of November. I think we'll get there and start hunting on the 13th. And then we've got basically 10 days. But our goal is, though, our true goal is obviously is to get a mule deer. That's our number one goal. So we've got 10 days out in Montana, but our major goal is to get the job done in 7 days, be on the road by Thursday, make it back to the farm by Friday, and then hunt shotgun season Friday, Saturday, Sunday in Illinois, get back on Monday, sort the deer out, our ash flies back on the Tuesday. Mixing it up this year, I've even said to our ash, I don't even know whether I'm going to be sitting in the tree stand at all. During shotgun season, I think I'm going to have the Montana bug type thing. I'm not going to want to sit still, but my goal is to be starting on big dick lands, maybe one on each side, you know, on the top of the ridge, both of us walking to each other. We only shoot down on the trails and then meet in the middle and then we're overlooking and then make our way back. I think it's going to be a run and gun type situation. Move 20 yards, sit down for 45 minutes, get up, move along, get deep into it, you know, right along the top cornfield at the very top of the fence line is about 10 to 15 yards off the trail. But then you've got your view that's full of the entire ridge. And again, Jesse will tell you, we've seen even last year when me and our Ash were on the quad going to get a cup of tea, giant, like just chasing, they're just right, just looking, thinking, oh my God. Wish we could hunt there. Found out on day 3 we could hunt there this whole time. So we've always got the top, the fella stand, the big double. I mean, we've been hunting there, I don't know, what is it, just 10, 12 years or something like that.
Yeah.
Don't think that's been a year where we haven't killed on the farm, you know what I mean?
That farm's been good to us.
Yeah.
Very good.
5 came off it last year. 3 bucks and 2 does, and I mean there hasn't been a year where we haven't harvested off there, so it always brings great excitement. I think we're just going to mix it up a little bit this year, but we really want to get back to shotgun so that we can get a big dick land. Put no new stands up at all because we're going to only, as I say, we're only going to hunt. The new stand that we installed last year, it's a great spot. And if anything, during shotgun season, if I am going to sit in the stands, it'll be up top, maybe the big double, because again, every year that gets a kill out of it, or might be in the thickets on the fellas tree stand, but I'm not looking on sitting at all. I want to mix it up completely this year and just basically have my ass up in big dick lands up against the tree. So that's the game plan.
Dude, I hope you guys get a monster off of that big dick land. Like,
that would be nice.
Be awesome.
I'm even thinking the 3 days where I've got bow hunting. I'm always going to start in that new tree stand that we put up. Yeah, it's good to be in a stand, isn't it? But I'm thinking, maybe even during like the first week of November, Halloween, that 3-day week that I go up there, I might just even take my crossbow up and just sit up against the tree. 15 yards off this main trail. I just want to mix it up this year.
Ground hunting's man, I haven't done it in a while, but when I was a kid I did a lot of ground hunting, and it's definitely harder. But man, the interactions you get with deer are sometimes really cool because you're eye level with them right there. Obviously I'm rooting for you when it comes to whitetail hunting. I'm really excited for you on the mule deer hunt though.
I know. So
no matter what, man, you guys are gonna have a blast.
It's going to be it's just going to be a massive learning curve. I think we're going to learn so much this year, but you should see my Onyx. Like, I've been putting in like maybe 2-3 hours a day at work on this. I've literally pinpointed every parking spot and sign in for the BMA land, the public land, all the access points, all the parking areas, and I'm focusing basically right along the border of Saskatchewan, following one of these big rivers. I don't want to throw any names out there, but one of these big rivers. Most of our time's going to be in the field. I think the thing that I've heard, and this has been going on for a number of years, is the mule deer numbers are super low, or have been low for a lot of years. I think about maybe 4 or 5 years ago, they had this massive freeze, which wiped out loads of herds. And I see people online saying they're mismanaging the tags. It's all about the money. And to be honest with you, for a deer tag, it's super expensive. I think it went up again. I think we paid like $850, $900 or something for an out-of-state tag.
It's more than our caribou tags.
Yeah, exactly. And the numbers are supposed to be super low. So in my head, my Jeep's ready to go anywhere and recover from anywhere. So I'm thinking the further we can get away from civilization, if we can get to places where other people can't, if we don't see anyone else, it might boost our chances. That's my goal. If we have to stay out overnight in the field, we're ready for that. Got a propane tank fitted to the back of it. Got a big gas heater that can connect to the tank, all the cooking gear. So if we have to stay out, we've already talked about it, we'll stay out. If we glass a herd of mules here and it's getting towards dark, then we're just going to park up, sleep there and wake up and try and catch up to them again in the morning.
Sometimes that works.
Here's low. It's going to be tough. Numbers are low, but again, it's just going to be it's going to be sick. It's going to be brilliant.
Oh yeah, great time.
You guys gonna be picky or first legal?
Not at all. Because it's a new species, we want to get that knocked off the list. B, with the numbers and what everyone's saying about the numbers, you just don't know if you're going to come across another one. So I'm not going to be picky at all. As I say, if it's got antlers, it's going down. The other thing, though, with Montana is they've got some giant whitetails, and you can take any buck. Our biggest thing is, though, we're there for mule deer. Do you know what I mean?
But if you get a big one in front of you.
I know. And we've talked about this too. I mean, like, what happens if a fucking giant 10-point comes? In the moment, I think it'll be different, but I think it'll be very, very difficult.
Yeah.
Tall, wide, whitetail, bigger than I've ever seen in my life, jumps out in front of me. I think my bullet's going to be jumping out the end of that gun.
Well, we'll deep dive more into Ryan's Montana hunt. I know he's gonna come up and get some equipment from me, and hopefully sneak in a couple deer hunt or two this time in October. So we'll go deep dive more, and then of course we'll have a podcast later on when he comes back, hopefully with success. Maybe you'll have a rack in his hand. Hope so. But yeah, no, I had a question on your deer property though. You said he didn't mow at all or anything this year. Did the clover come up at all again?
The clover looks great,
Oh,
it's covered with tall grass, but I mean I can see it, and I'm just so happy with it. Even speaking to our ass, like, just for what we did, no till and all that stuff, it's still there, more than what I thought last year. But I remember you saying, isn't it like a 2-season type deal?
Oh, even longer. So I think they say clover, depending on what like you get, it's not uncommon to get 4 to 7 years out of it. I'm about at the end of that 6th, 7th year, and this is probably the worst my clover's ever looked. I think I need to reseed it this coming year.
And does it get bigger every year? Does it replicate itself, or do you need to overseed?
Depends. It can if you let it go to seed, but if you're letting it go to seed, you're probably letting other grasses and stuff go to seed as well. And the grasses usually will outcompete your clover eventually. That's why even if you can't get a mower, if he mowed it, that would help you a lot. Even if you go once or twice a year, go in there with because you mainly grasses in that bottom. Go in there with clethodim or clethodim. It'll just kill the grass. That would help you as well. Mowing would help the best.
And he mowed it all last year, and I think that really helped. He mowed it all last year for us, right over the clover, which probably got it a lot more light. So I mean, I'd say I was walking down there, I could see it coming right the way through the grass. Not that it's going to be a massive advantage. The deer are going to go there just for the clover, but you know what I mean. It's definitely something to improve on. But I know he said he's been very busy. He had a project in town, rebuilt this entire church. And in fact, he's actually out in Colorado for the next month. He's staying out there helping his daughter with something. So I can go down there anytime. I'm keeping an eye on the weather, and it's just not breaking right now. Even for the next 2 weeks, it's going to be 80s, high 70s, 80s. You know what I mean? Which would be nice, though. I could camp out there. He's got the RV there and all that as well. But I do like at least one camp a year. But I'm at that point I'm itching to get out because I just don't really want to try and break it when it's so hot. But like you guys,
they got to move sometime.
I know. I'm getting pictures of them, but as you guys are seeing as well, it's sparse.
Yeah.
Some lovely turkeys. As I say, I've got my shotgun, so we'll be going out that week in October. I think we're planning on having the Sams down to our house on the weekend, and then that week of is turkey season. So I'm going to do a 3-day shotgun hunt for turkey, and I've got some lovely giant toms just in the same places where they shot me one from last year.
Oh yeah,
nice big long beards coming off, dragging the ground. So I'll be setting up in the same place. I don't even know about this, a little bit too blurry on this one, but he's walking in the day. That's by our ashes stand. He's probably about a small 6 at most. And then up on Big Dick Lands, I did find a
better. There you go.
Yeah,
a rub, and that's right in front of the rub on that deer trail. It's full of them up there. Honest to God, it's full of them up there.
How many stands do you have up there? Just one?
1, 2, 3.
You got 3 up there now?
Three major ones. Jesse's stands still up there, and my OG stands still up there. They're the old school ones that we put up 12 years ago. They don't get hunted.
No, I meent like the ones when you're on the other side of the fence once you learned.
None. This year's all about learning.
No, yeah. So you don't have any on the other side of the fence where you learned last year yet?
Nothing. I've done a few hikes up there, 2-3 hour hikes at a time. And right now it's really difficult because everything's so grown. But in shotgun season, when we were up there looking for our Ashes buck last shotgun season, everything's dead. And you can see for miles. Honest to God, when I say miles, I'm exaggerating.
Right.
You can see all you shooting.
How many more acres is that past that fence?
Well, it's 160 acres total, I think Onyx says. In terms of timber, I don't know, maybe 10 to 20 or something.
Oh, okay. Quite a bit, yeah.
You know what I mean? On both sides of the fence, plus the east side of the farm, which is elevated and all that, and we've got a couple of stands that we use up there as well. So,
it'd be cool. Be cool to see what you learn this year. Maybe find a good stand spot up there.
Even the path of the 160, I'd have to find the picture, but dude, when I tell you last year, you should see the giant that got killed on the farm. It was a kid that I think he'd just come home from the military, asked the farmer, we'd just left. He went out and sat on his ass up against the fence post in the field. Should have seen the size of the deer he got. Honest to God, it was huge. He was like 180 or something. So deer can be killed anywhere from there because they run the fields and all that. I passed on a buck, which is probably one of my biggest regrets one year. I just didn't even take the shot at it. And that was running the edge of the field with 2 does. It just wouldn't sit still. But that was a giant 10 as well. So they're everywhere, lads. You've got to be there, haven't you? You've got to have your ass in the seat. You've got to be out there and have a little bit of luck on your side. But it's all about learning this year, I think, for us on that property. Walk, sit, look for trees. Walk, sit, look for trees. Walk, sit, look for trees. And then come next year, we'll get you back out, get down there, do some spraying, put some clover, and maybe even move one of our other trees. And might move our ashes tree stands up there.
And you gotta remember, you have 1 or 2 stands still at my house. I could bring you.
I think they're Jesse's though. I think I took all mine.
Maybe. Yeah, so that's between you guys. You guys can fight it out.
I think it is. I came and got them other stands, didn't I? And so up there, one of them was the tripod, and that's being nailed.
That sucks.
So, but here's the thing, though: the seats are being it had no seat. Squirrels got to the seat.
Oh, that's right.
Okay.
Hunting it last year, it had no seat at all. Could have put a wooden board, but
Yeah.
That's what I did for the one of Jesse's I borrowed. I literally just used a plank.
Jesse had a pipe stand as well, and a reboarded that whole pipe stand. The squirrels got to that, so I had to reboard it all.
God, I miss the pipe stand.
Yeah.
God, I miss the pipe stand.
You can still hunt Illinois. You just got to spend like $280 or something like that.
So expensive.
But anyway, for deer season for me, my home farm, I have one decent buck. And he's only showed up once. And then I have a buck I'm really waiting on to show back up. I don't think he got killed. I had one picture of him after gun seasons last year, and I haven't got a picture of him since. So I doubt he got killed. I was trying to make him a 4-year-old last year. Really, I think he was only 3. But either way, he's a split brow buck. I've seen the genetics before here. I'm really hoping he shows up. If he was only 3 next year or last year and he's 4 this year, he's going to be big. Even if he was 4 last year and he's 5 now, he's going to be nice. He was about a 130, 140 last year, and he was very consistent. I think I sent you guys a picture. I hunted the north side of the farm early November, and he was in daylight on the south side of the farm going past another stand. So I just guessed wrong. And so he has not shown up again. I'm really hoping he shows up. So home farm, I'm not real confident on. We always get some big deer that I don't know move in during November. So there's always, I could always catch up with one. I mean, the buck my dad ended up killing here. I didn't even know that buck was here until the day before I missed him. So things happen. But then I have a whole nother farm that I know two of you three. I don't think Kyle's hunted it, but Jesse and Ryan have both hunted. And it's where I shot my big one last year. I haven't pulled any cameras. I got 3 or 4 cameras out there right now and haven't even checked them yet. So I'm gonna check them probably next week, Monday or Tuesday. So I might be hyped right after that. So pretty excited. My vacation's a little different this year. We used a lot of our vacation to go to Alaska. So I still have 2 weeks of vacation. And Nate is kind of had my weeks mixed up a little bit. I usually take the first 2 weeks off in November. Right now, I actually have the last week of October off with a little bit in November, go to work for a week, then have another week off of vacation.
That's
Yeah, so it's still good time, and I work 3rd shift, so I can still hunt, almost every evening, as long as I have childcare figured out. So it's not the end of the world. However, I did sign up already for some overtime in October for some comp time. You never know. I could be able to sneak in some days there, and of course we have firearm season, all that stuff. So, but I am pretty excited. Obviously, I think Ryan's going to come down for a day or 2. Hopefully, we can do some hunting together. John Martini is going to come down. James West Tanya from his old channel, but he plans on coming down sometime in late October, November. He might hunt some public land. He might hunt with me. He's talking about maybe hooking up with Kyle, something. So we're he's going to be probably with somebody filming, hunting. I don't know yet, but either way, gets to spend some time with him in deer camp. And then another guy, and I'll have to tell you some details after the podcast. Another guy might be coming up from Tennessee. His name's Jeremy. Met him at the Deer and Beer Fest. Funny story with him. Really cool guy. Him and I might be swapping hunts actually. Like I said, I'll have to tell you the guys the details later, but it might be a good thing we worked out with him. He wants to chase some Illinois bucks, and he's got something I want to chase in Tennessee. So hopefully in the future we work that out with him. And he's, him and I've talked on the phone a couple times, and obviously we talked to the Deer and Beer Fest. Really cool guy, and I think it's going to be a good relationship. But yeah, that's kind of my plan for deer season, other than kicking the firefighters' asses in this competition. So I'm excited for that. Ridge Hunter guys, they're really good guys. Most of these guys have all met them now, I think, at the shows. They're not all firefighters, but a bunch of them are. And, that firefighter and cop rivalry is always fun. And we've been talking about doing something together for a while now, so this will be fun to do. And, at the shows, we've been pranking each other almost every show for the last 3 years now. They leave their booth unattended. We do something to it. They do something to ours. So it's fun. It's going to be a good time. And I'm just ready for deer season, man. You think after spending, over a week in Alaska, you're like, okay, I got my hunting fix a little bit. I swear it just makes it worse. I'm just like, come on, I have to go back to work now. I don't want to do that. Yeah. I want to stay out. And but yeah, I'll have to. Ryan, you're going to have to wait and come. Don't come early. Wait till I get my caribou meat back and then come, and I'll feed you. I'll feed you some caribou. I'll send you home with some caribou, and I'll send you with a few extras. So when Jesse comes down and hangs out with you, you can give him some. So I will tell you how much I give him, Jesse, so he can't lie to you. Be like,
I appreciate that.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Ryan's going to be like, Cody's caribou never showed up yet.
Yeah. He didn't have it.
Didn't get any of it.
He didn't give me anything to give you.
That part's coming tomorrow, but
and meanwhile, I'm taking a picture of mine. Like, oh, this caribou meat's delicious.
Yeah. How did Kyle get his, but Boom didn't get?
Yes.
Something's not adding up here.
Crazy.
Well, anything else for deer season, boys, before we get off here? I don't think so. So
I hope this weather turns sooner rather than later, because I'm itching. I just don't. Last year it was going out every single week, but
I was just looking at the weather for where I hunt, and there's about, I don't know, hold on. There's about a 6-degree drop from Saturday to Sunday this weekend.
It's worth it.
Let's go from 80 to 74. You know what I mean?
Something. Mm-hmm.
It's worth
something,
isn't it?
And to be honest, I'm going to try to go out and just do an evening sit, see what happens.
Yeah, might as well, man. I'll tell you this, guys.
And also, I think it's a big thing. You look at our lows. The lows might change a little more than.
I hope so.
I just need some tree therapy. I need some tree therapy.
Bad. I understand that. Completely. I will say this right now, looking at the weather, the first cold front that it hits the 60s, we better be out. I think whatever day that's going to be, as long as it's not storming or anything, probably going to be a magical day to be in the woods.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping the second week of November we start seeing a little bit more like that. So far, my head's saying I'm not going out first week. Too hot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the past couple of years we've got a pretty good cold front around Halloween.
Yeah,
it's like a 2 or 3 day one. It hasn't been like a long one, but it's been pretty good past 2 or 3 years. I'm hoping for that again.
Yep. And listen, last October as a brand, as a team, we got spoiled. I mean, especially the first 3 weeks. Brock killed his biggin, and then I killed mine, and then a day or two later, Cody killed his. We killed more bucks and bigger bucks in October than we did in November, which is the first time we've ever done that. So it was we were spoiled. We were spoiled last October. I'm obviously we have another October like that. I'm not going to be mad, but we can't judge it off the last one.
Right.
Yep. But anyway, we'll get off. We'll end this podcast, boys. Make sure you guys stay on real quick afterwards. But everybody else, appreciate you listening and watching. And like I said, we're doing pretty well on the podcast now. You should listen to Kyle's and I's about the caribou hunt. We'll have this one. I'm going to show you half of the podcast with Kane from Ridge Hunters talking about our bet. And then I already have another podcast in the works with Anthony that we met at the HHA event in Wisconsin. Yep. So he's going to come on here soon. So you guys will be able to hear him. And I think we'll have Jeremy on here soon too as well, hopefully. But and also hopefully we'll have Lexi, our new taxidermist, on here soon as well.
Oh, nice.
Yep. The goal is when my buck is done, I'm gonna go and we're gonna do a podcast with it, and then we're sending her some more heads. I got some
work for her, that's for sure.
Yeah. So we got some more work for her. So that's Gray Line Taxidermy for anybody's wondering. No, shout out to the rest of our partners who are supporting us in any way they can. Obviously, we have Dominant Strands. Lewis is the man. We put his strings to work here in Alaska this year. Wreck Broadheads, same thing. Killed 3 caribou. All 3 killed with Wreck Broadheads, HXP. And then we didn't get to use, I guess we're not official partners yet, but we have been using the bug spray, the VBS. Eric, really cool dude. And like I said, nothing official with him yet, but we've been using it and it's been working. Probably going to have to be using it this October if this weather stays as hot as it is. The mosquitoes will be out. Help me out here. HHA. Obviously, Chris is the man. HHA. Is that your 4th wine glass?
What are you drinking?
Yeah.
Come on, lads. Lagavulin.
Okay. Whiskey. Okay. There we go. A little better.
I'm going to say I thought it was brown.
Yeah.
In the wine, is that the same? Did you wash that wine glass? Do you have a hint of rosé?
I'm hunter me. I'm drinking stuff out of a wine glass.
With a zin in his mouth or whatever. I've had 1 glass of rum. That's all I had. So, but anyway, HHA, again, Kyle and I were putting the sites to work in Alaska. And then obviously, Isle Grounds coffee. We have plenty of Patrol Roast left in stock, guys. So if you're not into drinking wine, whiskey, rum, whatever else we're drinking, or water, whatever Jesse had in his glass.
Dude, it's a water night, man.
Yeah. Get some coffee.
Did you get the HHA site, Jess?
What was that?
Did you get one of them sites?
No, unfortunately, it's going to be a next year project for me, dude.
Yeah.
When I tell you, like, I mean, you guys, yeah, we went to the shoot, and then I guess there's really no excuse besides just put it off too long, and then got in the summertime, we did a cruise, and
it definitely takes practice to learn. Like when you don't have to dial a site, and then you just dial, like Cody can attest to this. Shoot a ptarmigan set for 70 yards, and they're about 20 yards away from you. You usually shoot right over top.
Dude,
so you got to get that practice to dialing that site. Yeah. It's like just time shooting in the off season, practicing that really helps.
Yeah. We'll tell that story real quick in the podcast. So when we come out with the films, and I've already teased this, our caribou hunt, Ryan's Montana hunt, our brother's Nebraska hunt, the whole thing, and then probably J Mart's John, his cow elk hunt. We're going to be actually putting out next August-ish, maybe September-ish. We're going to do like big films with it is what we're going to do. Do like a little film fest of those 4 hunts. But anyway, at the end of our caribou hunt, I'm going to have like some kind of name with the ptarmigan hunters or whatever. We chased ptarmigan for multiple days and multiple hours in Alaska, which a ptarmigan is like a grouse. Kyle and I never killed one that we got our hands on. We're pretty sure we killed 1 or 2.
They would have died eventually.
Eventually. Our arrows are blowing right through them. But anyway, the first shot I took, finally we see some. We've been in the truck for 12 hours or whatever. I've been plane ride, all this stuff. Finally get a shot. Kyle's filming me. I pull back. I'm good, man. It's 20 yards. I feel good. I shot like 2 feet over this thing's head. I'm like, what the hell happened? So anyway, I shoot a couple more times, knock some feathers off it, whatever. I had it set to 60 yards still when I was practicing in my yard, and it was 20 yards. I sent this arrow flying. And that's just one of the ptarmigan stories we have. We have a couple more. But yeah, that'll be at the end of the caribou hunt. We'll have like call it the Great White Ptarmigan Hunters or something like that. I don't know. But it was fun. It was a good time. But yeah, other than that, that's going to end this podcast, boys and girls. Hope you guys like it. Make sure you like and subscribe. We're still growing on all our channels. I know, and this is the time of year we really get most of our growth, fourth quarter. And check out, we got coffee still right now. I have all the merch marked down because we're going to redo our whole merch going into next year. Our whole merch is changing. I'm not making any more other than some hats. So we got some professional merch coming. And yeah, thanks again. See you guys. Bye.
Bye.